Hello guys, welcome back to our channel The Catalyst, our home of solutions. So today we are going to answer 0795 Computer Science Paper 3, June 2022. Okay, as you can see on your screen. So we'll dive directly to tax 1. In tax 1, tax 1 deals with database. It means we're going to work on database and we are going to use WampServer for database. Okay, so that is it. It says a company sells furniture to customers of its store. The store does not, let me zoom it. The store does not keep furniture in stock. Instead, a customer places an order at the store and the company then orders the furniture required from its suppliers. When the ordered furniture arrives at the store, a member of the staff telephones or emails the customer to inform him or her that it is ready for collection. Customers often order more than one type of furniture on the same order. For example, a sofa and 2 chairs. Details of the furniture, customer, and orders are to be stored in a relational database using the following relations. So we have these relations and they have given the properties of the relation or the attributes and their descriptions. Okay, so now it says you are to develop a database for the furniture company via subtasks given below. In your answer booklet, give an entity relationship diagram that shows the degree of any three relationships that exist between the above entities. So what we'll do is we are going to create these tables in the database. Okay, we're going to create these tables in the database, and from the database now we'll create the ER diagram or we'll draw the ER diagram. Okay, so let's go. To do that, we'll use WampServer. Okay, so WampServer, it's already launched. This is it here. You can see WampServer over here. This is it. This is WampServer here. Okay, I have already opened it, so I will just go and start creating the database. Okay, so to do that, I will just click on this green W icon here. I will move to phpMyAdmin and I will take this. So it opens in a browser, as we can see here, with username, root, and no password. So we'll do that to click on it. So now we are going to start by creating the database. So we can create the database using SQL command. We can use SQL command to do that. So to create a database using SQL, this is what we'll do. We'll type create database and then the name of the database, we may call it furniture DB. Okay, so then we end with semicolon. I hope we can see that. Then with that now we can scroll down to, once you've created that, you move down to go, click on go, and voila, we can all see that this is our database here. It has already been created. So we'll create the first table. So the first table, according to this question, what do we have? The first table is furniture with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attributes. So we'll move to our database. We'll create furniture table with 5 attributes, and then we'll click on create. Okay, now we are going to give the first attribute is furniture ID, which is a primary key. Furniture ID. We need to know the data type. Okay, so we'll go back to the question here. Furniture ID is a number. It's a number, and the size is 6. Okay, so for us to do that, it's a number, so we can use integer. We put size 6. Okay, and it's a primary key of that table. So click on go. Move to the next field, furniture name. So type furniture name. It's a voucher. Set text here. So you can all see here. Furniture name is voucher size 15. Okay. Is there any other property? So we'll move to the next. The next is category voucher 15 too. It's a voucher. Next. Oh, sorry. Yeah, category, then price. Okay, the next is price. Price is integer. Okay, price is integer. We can see it here. Then lastly, supplier name. Okay, supplier name should be a voucher. Now, what is the size? Supplier name size is 10. So put voucher 10. And the storage engine should be InnoGP. Move down, and you can click on preview SQL so that you see the SQL command that was used to create this table. So once you've done that, click on save, and the table has been created. So we'll move on to create the next table. The next table is move to customer, because we cannot create a customer order table. Why? Because there is customer ID that is a foreign key here. And so we'll start by creating the table that does not have foreign key. So we'll move to customer. So customer table. Customer table has how many fields? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these 4 are okay. So start with customer ID. Maybe we'll just put these 2 alongside there to ease our work. Okay. Wow. So this will be better this way. So customer ID. What is the data type over here? Is voucher size 6. So we'll move here. Voucher size 6. And it's also a primary key. So we'll move over here. Under index, we'll choose primary. And then we'll click on OK. Go. Fine. Let's move on. The next attribute. The next attribute is customer name. So customer name, voucher, okay, and size 15. Okay. Now the next is email address. It's a var 2. This is here email 20, size 20, and lastly telephone number. Telephone number is integer, as we can see here, number, so it's integer. That's fine. And we are going to change the engine to InnoDB. Don't forget that, okay? Always have to change the engine. So that said, you click on save. Then you can preview your SQL command, just like I said earlier. You can do that here, okay? And then click on save. Wow, the second table has been created. So we move to the next table. Now, what is our next table? Our next table is the customer order. Okay, customer order has 3 fields. So we'll take customer order that has 3 fields. We'll take order ID, that is the primary key. The order ID is the primary key. So I don't know what is the data type for order ID, by the way. Order ID is a number, so it's okay. That's fine. Next is customer ID. So we have customer ID, and that customer ID is a foreign key. Customer ID is version size 6. It's a foreign key. We'll add the constraints later. Okay. So next is date. So we have date. Type is date. Okay. Those are the 3 attributes. We'll change this to InnoDB, and we are going to save first. Okay, it has been created, but now we need to indicate that customer ID is a foreign key. So to do that, we'll move to relationship view and we'll add a constraint, okay, for customer ID. So the column will take customer ID. Customer ID is coming from customer table. Okay, so that is it, and we will save. So we can see the constraint that has been added here, foreign key referencing to this. Okay, so that's it. We'll move to the last table now. Our last table is table customer order line. Okay, that's 2 foreign keys. Okay, so customer order line, customer order line. So it has foreign keys, order ID, which will be considered as a primary key according to what I'm seeing, since it's on the line now, and that order ID is integer, thank God. Okay, then we also have furniture ID, which is a varchar, an integer of size 6. Furniture ID too. We have furniture ID that's been given the size 6. It's also a primary key since it's on a line. Okay, and then lastly, was the last attribute, we have quantity, which is an integer. So quantity integer. So we'll change it to InnoDB, and we'll save the table. Once it's saved, we'll add the constraint for these 2 foreign keys. So click on this. The first constraint is for order ID, or let me start with furniture ID from furniture table. Okay, then I'll click on add constraint. The second constraint is for order ID from order customer order ID. With that, now we save. So the two foreign keys have been added. So they are now foreign keys. So with that, now we have all our tables here. So we can just go directly now and see how the ER diagram will look like, because the question says that here that in your answer booklet give an entity relationship diagram. So what we'll do now is we'll just move to our relationship, and to do that we'll click on the database, then we'll move to more. It may just be designer in yours. So designer, and voila, so we have already something that looks like an ER diagram here. So we can see something here on our screen. We can see our ER diagram design already for us. So we can clearly see it here on our screen. So we can save it and call it ER entity relationship diagram and click on go. So this is it here. We see a one to many, a one to many, a one to many. Okay, so that's it. You can snap this and put it in your document. So let's move to the next question now. It says using SQL statements, do the following using your favorite database management system. Create a database. Create a database and call it sales. Okay, we created our database before, we did not call it sales. So what we'll do now is we are going to rename our database. So I'll click here on furniture DB. I'll move to operations. So there is a place to rename database to sales, and I'll click on go. So we have sales now. It has now been transformed to sales, and we can see our tables there already. So okay, so in sales, create all the relationships. We have already done that. So let's move. Populate the relations in your database with 5 to 7 rows of furniture data and 3 to 4 rows of customer data. The data entered for customer order and customer should be consistent with, okay. So what we'll do is we'll do insertions for the tables now. Okay, we are going to start with customer table. Okay, so click on insert. So we'll do some records, maybe 3 to 4. Okay, what is our first record? For the customer table, we will start with values. Let's see, they said how many records for, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's do 5. So down here, we'll move to continue insertion with 5 rows. Sorry, 5. Okay, so we'll do that, and then we are going to enter customer ID. We'll use this customer name. Which name can we use? Maybe Jesper. Okay, email. Okay, telephone. So go to the next 002. Right. Customer name car. Okay. Okay. Customer ID. The third one. Customer name. Dorcas. Okay. Address. Okay. Telephone. Mm. So the next record. Mm, the next customer. Mm. And then we'll do the last record now. 005. So click on go, and this are the records here. You can copy the SQL command to do that. Okay. So I've done the record for customer. We'll move to first furniture. Same thing. We'll click on insert. Okay. Click on insert here. So we'll start with furniture. Uh, for furniture, uh, I remember furniture. Okay, it's an integer. So we may still use one, for instance. A furniture. Which kind of furniture can we use? Chest chairs. Yeah, chest chairs category. Oh, sorry, chest table. And the category is entertainment and price 65,000. Supplier. Okay, so for this also, how many records are we going to do? We do not specify. So let's see how many records. We may do 7. Okay, so let's move to the next. 20765. The furniture. Sitting. Sitting. 30,000. Supplier. Tango on. Next is furniture 30765. The name of the furniture is bunk bed. Category sleeping. Price 20,000. Still Tanjo. Supplier. We move to the food. Furniture new. Computer decks. Category tables. Price 250,000. Supplier 35,000. Supplier. Our supplier is John Yushan. Okay. Next is supplier number 50765. The furniture, furniture number 50765, and the furniture is dining table. Category tables. Price 35,000. 350,000, sorry, and the supplier dollars echo. So we take again. This is 6079765. Next supplier is the next furniture is closet. Category cabinet and 250,000. Seven zero 765. Drawer. Category cabinetry. Price 150,000. Supplier so With that now, we can click on go, and voila, we have our records here. So move to the next table, which is customer order. Click on insert. In customer order, what are we going to do? We'll do 6 records. Okay, 6 records, and our records are going to be simple. Customer ID, the date, I will just choose any date in my mind. Okay, how many records? 6 records. Is 6. So next is 222. So I'll do the records as simple as you can see. Okay, so this is the last record. With this now, click on save, and voila, it has been done. So we'll move to customer order line, insert, do the same thing. Now quantity 10. Okay, how many records? Maybe we'll do 6 again. Let's say 5. Order line. Move 6. Okay, we're done the first. Voila, so we've populated all the tables. We can see them here. This, we've populated all the tables. All the tables have been populated. All the tables have been populated. All the tables have been populated. So we move to the next question now. Which says, for this subtask, first write in your answer booklet the queries used to implement its activities in your database. So suppose a fault has been identified with product whose ID is this. In order to contact all those who bought this item of furniture, the manager of the company needs a list of their names and telephone numbers only. Okay, also the list should be in alphabetical order of customer names. So we need the names of customers and their telephone numbers, and all, and the product, and all those who made a command of the furniture with furniture IDs. That's what we need. Their names, their telephone numbers. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll move to here in sales. We'll click on our database sales. Then we'll go to query. Okay. So what do we need? The first thing we need is the customer's name. Okay. Secondly, what do we need? We need the customer's telephone number. Okay. Then now, there ought to be a relationship between uh, customer and the furniture. What is the relationship? All of these, they are linked to customer order line and customer order. So what we'll do is this: we'll we'll go to furniture. We'll take furniture ID. Okay, and we'll also add the furniture name. Okay, for the furniture, the criteria, click on criteria. The criteria is that furniture ID should be equals to, according to what we have, it's supposed to be 10765. That's it. 10765. Okay. Now, we see that if we can remember, furniture and customer, they relate to some tables. So there are some constraints that we need to add to make this work, because if we just take it this way and we run our code, our result will not be correct. Let's take, for example, look at this. Either the result will give us redundancy or it will not be correct at all. So let's take for this now, for example, this. If we click on submit, this is our result. We see that all of them commanded chess. Okay, all of these customers, but we need to be sure that this is correct. We need to be sure that this is correct. We need to be sure. So I will rather put the constraints, because if we just take this, that uh, this shows that all the customers, all of them commanded chess, which is not true. Which is not true. Not all the customers commanded chess table. Okay, so this is wrong. So that's why I said that we need to we need to add those constraints. Okay, we need to add those constraints, and to do that, we will add a constraint to relate uh, to relate. Let me see. Here, you see, furniture relates with customer order line. Okay, furniture relates with customer order line. Okay, and this customer ID, it's also found here in customer order. So let's start. Furniture relates with customer order line. Furniture. So let's go to furniture. We are going to see furniture ID should be equals to, click on this show on ticket, but we'll put the criteria. What is the criteria? Our criteria is that furniture ID should be equals to, we take from another table. It should be equals to where is that table again where we have furniture ID? This is it here. It should be equals to furniture dot customer order line. Okay, So it should be equals to customer order line dot furniture ID. That's the first thing. Okay. Number two, when we look at this also, we can also see that customer relates with customer order. So we can add this constraint also. We'll say customer from the customer table, customer ID should also be equals to we take another column. So we'll say it should be equals to customer order dot customer ID. Okay, those are the first two that are supposed to be there. But now we also see that order ID relates, this customer order we are talking about also relates with the customer order line we have here. So we'll also add order ID in our constraint, because if we just take it the way it is now, it may give us results which we don't expect. Okay, so when we update here, we are supposed to have and this equals to this and this and this equals to this. Okay, so we see the result is not yet there. There is no result for now. So we have to add other constraint for order. So we'll go to order line. Order line has order ID. We untick here. We tick here, and our criteria will be that is it wait so here it will be order line, and then we take order. Okay, voila. So if we add it, we keep increasing. So that is it for now. Still not getting the results we want. Why? Because there is still one constraint that is lacking. Look at this. We brought in this to link with other. Yes, we took this and linked it to this. It ought to give us results here. Anyway, I may just have to add these attributes the easy way. I will just modify it here. I don't need to put the left join and the rest. With this now, we have all the attributes that are related, and let's submit. Still doesn't give us a result. Oh, furniture was already there. It is inside the order line that was not there. Voila. Voila. So now we have it. So only Dorcas was the only person. Hey, Other ID is not supposed to show. Oh, other ID is not supposed to show. So that is the result of our SQL, which is correct. Okay, it's correct. See here. We can verify that those who ordered chase, we can do that in other line. Okay, let's look at it. Those who ordered, you see that it's only one person that ordered chase 10765, and that person, uh, we can link it to customer order 222 222. That's Dockers. See, when you check at this 2220203, that 222 is Dockers. So our query is correct. The query we entered was correct. So we have done that. It said that you are supposed to copy it into your answer booklet. So we have answered that. We have, oh, okay, next, write an SQL query to delete from the database the faulty product with furniture ID number 10765. So to delete um, a record with that, uh, what we need to do is we'll just go to furniture table, okay, and we'll write an SQL command to delete. So we'll put delete from furniture, where furniture ID is equals to, what's the furniture ID again, 10765. As simple as that. Once you do that, it will delete. Cannot delete or update a parent row. A foreign key constraint fails. Oh, cannot delete directly. Why not? It ought to delete. It ought to delete. Why is it not deleting? It's not deleting. How come? It's simple now. We want to delete this. So I will just come and tick here and go to delete. Yes. Why is it sending this? Cannot delete or update a parent row. A foreign key constraint fails. Oh my god. Which kind of thing is this? Okay, it's deleted. So that's it. It has deleted the furniture. We see that we don't have chess table again. Okay, it's deleted. So it's supposed to be delete from furniture, where furniture.furniture ID equals to 10765. That's all. We'll move to the next question. Wow, this question is taking us longer than I expected. It said alter the table customer order to include a field called validation. The field holds a short explanatory text for faults found in an order or the word known if there is no fault. Okay. Okay. So they say customer order, right? So we are supposed to add a new field. We are supposed to add a new field. So we'll come down here, add one column after this. Okay. So the new field is validation, and validation is a virtual. We may give it 20. Okay. So validation, but it is said that uh, it takes what uh, okay, by default, a default value, maybe default value is known. Known. Maybe I will copy this SQL command and try it using SQL. We said we use um, ah, there's no short explanation, so we just need to use by default none. Okay, and then we click on go. So it has created a field. We can check it. None. So if there is an error, you put an explanation. So if there's no error, it appears none. So we have this. So it works. That is the SQL command. So we'll move to the last now. In your answer booklet, mindful of how you produce a list of names and telephone numbers. In this above, state in words how one will remove faulty products from your database. To remove faulty products from my database, I will first of all identify the faulty products for furniture ID. Then I'll delete it from the furniture table and then update the validation field in the customer order table to remove information about the fault found in the order. Okay, so I can remove it in that manner. I can also remove the list. I think that's it. So that's it for database. We have answered all the questions on database. See you in the next video where we'll be answering questions on programming.